This is a short video on how assignments work in the Moodle courses and on your iOS device. It is also a good review for people with laptops as well, or for people using any other device. But I am actually recording this on an iPhone, which is very similar to the iPad, has the same screen layout and everything like that. So I am in a medical assistant course. This is a live course going on, and your screen may look slightly different than mine. For example, you won't have the turn editing button on, but everything else will be the same. Now, I specifically want to talk about assignments, but it's actually a good idea as I look at this to also mention at the top of every course, there's a lot of really good information. First of all, you do have to read the syllabus. You have to answer the little prompt here that says, did you read the syllabus? Okay, so for example, when you come in here, okay, you'll have a yes or no arrow for people to read the syllabus or not read the syllabus. So you need to be careful on that. You'll also have a blended learning, grading, and attendance. I would absolutely recommend you read this handout here. You can read the handout by clicking on it, and it will come up in your screen. Okay, if you want to save it, you can just click on the screen, choose more, and you can pick the application you want to save it to. Most often, we want you to save in PDF Expert. So again, to get it saved in the right thing, okay, click on the screen so this little bar at the top comes up. Click More and copy to PDF Expert. Okay, that's the best place to handle any of your PDF documents or handouts and stuff like that. So this is actually tells you how grading and time and how the grading for discussion boards and assignments is done. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, now to get back to the discussion board where we were, or the course we're at, double click your home button, choose Safari, and then you can just click the back button to get back to your course. Okay, so that's how the syllabus and everything like that works. So scroll down in your course, you'll find a course schedule. Most of the instructors tell you what week's topics are open and closing in. Okay, and then you'll be able to see your week 1, week 2. Anything with an icon that has the hand is an assignment where something needs to be turned in. Okay, now there's also some assignments and stuff under the little puzzle pieces, which is external resources. But in this one, we are going to be talking directly about the hand. Okay, so I'm going to go down to week 4, which I believe is the one that's currently open. And I'm going to click on the link for homework week 4. Now, it's very important you take a look at the directions here. Okay, so it's just going to take a minute to pull up. Now, the directions are right there. Okay, under the name of the assignment. So it says read through the first 3 chapters of Integrated Health Records work text and complete the review questions provided. Now, when you look at this, you will see that there's a little Adobe PDF icon there with the name of a link to its right. Okay, so to complete this, you're going to read the first 3 chapters as direction. Then you're going to click on this PDF document. It's going to open it up, and I want you to use that more, and I want you to come over and copy to PDF Expert. Now, the reason we want it in PDF Expert is because you can actually come in here and using these icons, using these things at the bottom, okay, your little icons at the bottom, you can click on the period, period, period. You can select the text, okay, and you can you can fill in these forms, okay? And you can actually fill in your worksheets all the way here. When you're done, click the little green thing, okay? And I'm going to switch back over to the window, but you're going to fill in all your PDFs are going to be done here. Then, what we want you to do, okay, is we need you to basically save a copy. Okay, so when you're done, I want you to click this little icon with the out arrow up top. You're going to save a copy. Okay, and what that's going to do, we want you to save a flattened copy. Okay, you see this little second icon here? You're going to click a flattened copy. Here's why. If you select the first one, which is original document, none of your answers are going to be uploaded. If you select the third one with the annotation summary, all your answers are going to be uploaded, but the original document will not be. So your instructor really won't know what's going on. The other thing we want you to do is backspace out over the backspace part of this and put your last name with a dash. Okay, so you're going to somehow in here, you're going to put dash and your last name, so that your instructor, when they download this, they don't have a whole bunch of the same file names. They have everyone with their last name on the file name itself. So you're going to leave part of the original, and your instructor will give you more information on this. Once you have everything set there the way you need it to, just click done. Okay, and then it's going to prompt you if you want to save or discard changes to the original file. I'm going to go ahead and click save just so that I have my original file. Okay, but the one that comes up now is the flattened copy. You will note that you can no longer make changes to it, and it is basically one document. Using your back arrow here, you can come back and you will now see that you have the original document and the one with your name on it. So I'm going to double click and I'm going to go back to my Moodle course. Okay. I'm going to close that screen by the X and I'm in my course. Now, once we're back in our assignment, we can come back and take a look at the submission status. Okay, now the first time you go in, the submission status will be no attempt and the grading status will be not graded. You'll have no last modified. So what you want to do is click on Add Submission. And then you'll see a area that comes up for file submission and online text. Now, online text is a place where you can send explanations or point things out to your instructor regarding your submission. But what we want you to do is we want to upload that PDF document we just worked on in PDF Expert. So up on the left-hand corner of your screen here, of the file submission box, there's a little plus sign with a piece of paper. Click that. Okay, it's going to make sure upload a file is highlighted. And then you'll see an area here where you can choose an attachment to choose a file. Click that. And this will give you the option of where to get the file you want to upload from. Okay, in our case, we're going to use PDF Expert, but just to point out that this is a place where you can submit a photo. You can use your iCloud Drive, Google Drive, but we want to use PDF Expert. So click on PDF Expert, and then a list of files in your PDF Expert are going to show up. Now, what I want to point out to you is that this file name was really long. So you really can't see the one that was your most recent one, the one that you wanted to, the one that you put your last name on the file title. Just something to keep in mind. But what we do know is that it's going to be the most recent date and time. Okay, it's the one you just saved. So I'm going to click the first one here. And then I'm going to go ahead and scroll down and click upload this file. Okay, we're going to give it a minute because it takes a minute to properly upload files. And this is just based on network speed and what's going on in the system. Now, once the file is uploaded, it's going to show up here in the file submissions blank. If you want to see the full file name, what you can do is if you look at the right-hand side here of the file window, you have the 4 little squares and then you have lines next to it. Click the line next to it. You can now see that you uploaded the one with the last name as a part of the file. So if you got the wrong one, don't worry about it. Click on the file name over there and you can delete it. Okay, and then re-upload. But in our case, I'm going to go ahead and accept what we have. So I'm just going to click cancel there to get back to the screen there. Again, if you want to send any instructor notes or anything with the file, put it in the online text here. Once you're ready, click Save Changes. Now, the save change does not submit your file, and this is something you really have to watch. If you look at the submission status here, it's now as a draft format and the grading status is not graded. So be careful about that. Your file submission is there, but it's in a draft format. Your instructor still can't do anything with this to grade it. So what we want to do is come down and you want to submit assignment when you're ready. Okay, if you want to change anything, you can use the edit submission button to go back and change something. So it's going to prompt you. It's going to ask you, are you sure you want to submit work? You will not be able to make any more changes once you submit. Sometimes it will also ask you with a checkbox to check off and say that this is your own work you're submitting and not somebody else's. So click continue. Once your assignment is submitted, you will see that the submission status has changed to submitted to grading and the grading status is not graded. Okay? Your instructor will have time to grade this assignment and you'll see a notice when the assignment is graded, or your instructor will talk to you when you're in the class on another day. So that is how to do an assignment with a PDF. Basically what you're doing is you're downloading the PDF, opening it in PDF Expert, and then saving out your changes as a flattened copy, and then re-uploading it as an assignment submission.